everybody! I've got a super fun story to tell you about a kid who becomes friends with a bunch of pigeons, and together they pull off the heist of the century. It all starts with our main character, Arthur. And right off the bat, let me describe him for you with 2 words, shy and weird. And don't believe me? Let me prove it. Picture this, Arthur sitting alone on a park bench while all the other kids are busy playing kickball. No, wait, don't picture it. Just know that it happened. So now Arthur spends most of his time sitting around observing nature, specifically birds. He watches how they fly, how they chirp, and most importantly, how they poop. Yes, he really takes notes on that. In fact, he's so obsessed that he carries around a thick notebook filled with pigeon facts and diagrams. Oh, and yes, he also names them. For example, the fattest pigeon he calls Sir Tubington, the coolest pigeon he calls Speed Demon, and the oldest pigeon he calls Old Man Jenkins. But there is one pigeon who stands out from the rest, a sleek, powerful bird with iridescent neck feathers that looks like he was born to fly. Arthur names him Reginald, aka Reginald Von Featherington III. And because Arthur gives all the pigeons human qualities, Reginald has an equally human sense of self-importance. Now when Arthur talks to him, he imagines that Reginald speaks with a haughty British accent, like the kind of pigeon who would rule the bird kingdom with an iron talon. Honestly, it's kind of ridiculous. Meanwhile, at the other end of the park, Mayor Pompous is holding a press conference. He's a handsome, well-dressed guy who cares about only 2 things, his appearance and his city. Right as he is about to unveil his plan to make Metropolis the most beautiful city in the country, disaster strikes. A pigeon named Coop poops on his pristine white suit. And let me tell you, she did not aim for his leg. To make matters worse, the whole thing happens live on TV. And ever since Coop has always had impeccable timing, the mayor is furious. He rants and raves about how pigeons are nothing but filthy pests. Then he unveils his plan to purge the city of pigeons and dirty birds forever. He announces free anti-pigeon spikes, nets, and a team of pest control officers whose sole purpose is to drive pigeons out of the city. But it's all just an elaborate ruse to win the upcoming Most Beautiful City award. You see, the mayor wants Metropolis to be the best-looking city in the country. What he doesn't care about is how the pigeons feel about being chased around by packs of mean old men. As soon as the mayor drives away, Arthur finds Reginald trapped under an upturned trash can. He helps him out, and in a moment of panic, Arthur is shocked to hear himself understand Reginald's coos as an eloquent, outraged speech. Whether Arthur can actually talk to them or it's just his imagination is never fully explained. All we know is that Arthur understands them and they understand him. And besides, does it really matter? Reginald, impressed by Arthur's knowledge, recruits him to help save the pigeons from the mayor's purge. They fly to the tallest building in the city where the majority of the pigeons have gathered. Arthur is introduced to the flock, which consists of 3 members, each with their own special skill. First, there's the Stavo, a big, strong pigeon who thinks mostly about food. He's essentially the muscle of the group. Then there's Pecky, a skinny, hyperactive pigeon who can peck at a rapid pace, like 30 pecks per second. He's essentially the lockpick of the group. Then finally, there's Coop, a plump, motherly pigeon who just wants everyone to get along and find crumbs. She's essentially the heart of the group. After rallying the flock, Reginald declares they must fight back against the mayor and his pest control officers. Arthur translates, then explains that scaring them away won't work because the mayor will simply build more spikes and nets. Instead, they need to prove the pigeons are valuable, not vermin. So here's the plan. They'll spend a week helping the townspeople and doing good deeds. Then they'll give the mayor an award to show him what they can do. The pigeons accept the plan unanimously, except for Reginald. He wants to be the star of the show. Phase 1 of the plan is a disaster. Arthur believes the key to winning the townspeople over is making the pigeons look respectable. So he tries giving them tiny bats and tying little bibs around their necks. But no matter what he does, they just look ridiculous. And when Arthur goes to put a bib on Reginald, he freaks out and flies away. Come on, Arthur! Can't read a room? To make matters worse, after a few failed attempts, Coop ends up covered in soap and water, creating a huge, slippery mess that sends pigeons flying everywhere. Not exactly what you would call a great first impression, but it gets better. Well, maybe not better, but it continues. Next comes phase 2, public relations. The flock attempts to do good deeds, but each attempt fails spectacularly. For example, when they return a stolen wallet to the grateful old woman, Coop drops it in a fountain. When they try to help a baker by cleaning his display window, they leave streaks in the glass. And when they direct traffic at the town square, they cause a multi-bird pileup. Things are going so poorly that the mayor calls the pigeons a menace to society and threatens to destroy them all. But that gives Arthur an idea. The pigeons aren't pests, they're a messaging network. He proposes one last, risky plan. During the mayor's live TV speech accepting the award, the flock will perform a perfectly coordinated aerial display that spells out "We Heart the City" over the town hall. It's a long shot, but if it works, the pigeons might finally be accepted by the townspeople. Arthur proposes calling it the Great Pigeon Plot. Everyone else calls it Arthur's crazy idea, but in the end, they agree it's worth a shot. So everyone begins training. Arthur uses his knowledge of pigeon behavior and signals to teach them how to fly in formation. He uses a whistle to signal directions and different colored flags to signal speed. Meanwhile, Reginald struggles with his ego and learns to work as part of the team instead of the solo star. By the day of the performance, they practice dozens of times. Arthur knows the pigeons can do it. He just hopes the mayor doesn't stop them. The ceremony begins. Metropolis is alive with excitement. The mayor is smiling for the cameras. All the townspeople are cheering. Then suddenly, disaster strikes. The pest control officers spot the gathering flock and begin deploying nets. It's chaos. The pigeons panic and fly away just as Arthur is about to give the signal. But he's not deterred. He's got a plan. Arthur runs out into the street and distracts the officers. Reginald takes charge and leads a small group of pigeons on a tactical mission. Peggy pecks the button on the net launcher, jamming it. Gustavo knocks over a nearby tray of pies, creating a delicious distraction. Coop leads a swarm of decoy pigeons to draw attention away. Finally, everything is ready. Arthur gives the signal. The main flock takes off, executing the perfect aerial display. The pigeons fly in perfect formation, creating a beautiful shadow pattern on the square below. As they finish their routine, the townspeople erupt in applause. The TV cameras love it. Seeing the public's adoration and the beauty of the birds, the mayor has a change of heart. He cancels the vacuum cleaner and instead announces new, safe nesting spots and pigeon-friendly zones in the park. The townspeople cheer. Arthur smiles. He's finally done it. He's made friends with other kids who are impressed by his unique skills. Reginald and the flock enjoy their new status as beloved city mascots. And Arthur and Reginald share a final nod of respect, the best of friends. The end. Thanks for watching.